Welcome back to our channel, friends. This is Sonia here from Growing Craft. Thank you so much for dropping in. Now, before we start this video, please do make sure that you subscribe to our channel and do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you do not miss out any of our updates. Also, do check our website www.growingcraft.com and let's get started. What I'm doing is I am just taking out this beautiful floral pattern. Why I'm doing this? Because I want to create a beautiful artwork, and today we will be using a lot of transfer me sheets from Dress My Craft. So yes, I will be posting all the links in the comment section in our Facebook page. You can check that. And just in case if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do that. We are almost on the verge to reach 15,000 followers. So yes, that's going to be a great number for us. I know it might sound small, but it's a big number for me. So please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, now today what we are going to create is a beautiful wall panel. Actually, this is a wall clock base, but I thought of creating a nice wall panel with this one. Let's see how it goes. Otherwise, we can anytime convert this into a wall clock also. So it depends. Let me see how it's working out. If the design looks good with the wall clock, then we will be keeping this as a wall clock only, or else we will be using it as our frame. Now I have already prepped up my base, and now I'm using my decoupage napkin here. If you want, you can use your decoupage papers. Yes, of course, we are sharing all the links in the comment section. You can check that. And please do check our website www.growingcraft.com so that you do not miss out any of our updates. Hi Mani, hi Chavi, hi Bhagya, hi Nitin. Yes, I hope you all could see our YouTube channel link. It's mentioned in the comment section. Now I'm going to remove the plies. Now one of the very basic things which more like when we are a beginner we miss out on this, that when we have a decoupage tissue we need to remove the plies. Now some of the decoupage napkins, they come with one ply, or like few come up with two plies, one plies. It depends on the kind of tissue you have. So yes, you need to make sure that you use the napkin of a very good quality and remove the plies before starting your work. Now here I am using my matte finish Mod Podge, and I will apply this very generously on one part of my base. So I have already prepped up my base here. Okay, so for prepping up my base, I have used gesso. All the supplies links are mentioned in the comment section, and also if you scroll down to our page, you can check all these supply links. Okay, now I'm going to stick it here, and very quickly I'll just press it with the same brush. You need to make sure that your brush should not have too much of Mod Podge, otherwise it's just going to ruin your decoupage napkin. Okay. Now I'll just fix up the other designs on the sides, and I'm going to stick it on the sides as well. If you want, you can just trim this down, but I just felt that having this design on the sides is going to look great because it's a beautiful pattern. Okay, now this is done. This looks great. This looks really great. Now I am going to use my heat gun to dry this up. So here is my heat gun. Now many of you have been asking me that can we use hair dryer. There is a huge difference in hair dryer. Okay, so heat gun is something which works really great with any kind of your artwork, be it your mixed media, be it your decoupage, be it your like transfer me work. It works really great. Just in case if you are not aware, we also have a website in the name of growingcraft.com. So you can check that. There we have all the massive stamps. Of course, we have a discount going on with your first purchase. And yes, do not forget to participate in our challenges too. Thank you so much, Anshu. I am so glad to hear that you like my artwork. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. Mani, we would love to see your artwork. We are so happy when people come up and tell us that they have created something inspired, like by getting inspired from our artwork. We also have a Facebook group in the name of Growing Craft. Please do share your artwork peek with us there. Now see, my sponge dauber is completely dry. I'm just going to press my decoupage napkin really well. This is just going to make sure that there are no wrinkles. Whatever it is just going to get pressed down. Okay. Okay, now this looks good to me. Mani, you can share your artwork pic on our group. Our group name is in the name of Growing Craft on Facebook. You can share it there. Please do share this session as much as you can, because that's going to be a great help for us. Okay, now here I'm taking one of the stencils. Now this one is from Let's Get Crafting. They were so generous enough to send me this stencil. Now I am going to take up one acrylic block, and here the shade what I'm taking is an orange color. Okay, I'm just taking a tinge of color. This is my magic tool. I really call this as a magic tool because it really helps in blending your colors on your any kind of mediums, on any kind of base. Like, it really creates some magic. So you can see, you will be seeing that now. So I'm just taking a drop of color, rubbing it really well. Now this is a very important technique. Just take your brush and very nicely just keep it in a rotating motion and do this on your base. Now can you see this? This is super easy. Okay, let me just show you. Isn't it looking beautiful? Yeah, this looks gorgeous. I am not going to play around with too much of colors today because I have some transfer me sheets which I really wanted to use in this project, and I just felt that doing it in that particular way is going to help. So I'm just going to do my coloring in bits and pieces. Okay, just a tinge of color here. The color what I have taken up is an acrylic color. If you want, you can go ahead with your chalk paints also. Of course, you will have to check out on the consistency so that there is no confusion at all. Yes, and let me show you the base, and this looks gorgeous. Let me just give you a close-up. Yeah, and let me do a bit of coloring on the top too. I just want my design to look like a continuation. Okay, so only on the white patches I'm going to do this. I hope my video is audible and my video is clear. Just in case if you are like unable to see this, I will be posting this session on my YouTube channel also, so that you can watch this. Just brushing up on the edges, and you can see that like it's already looking so nice and so beautiful. Now very quickly I'm going to use my heat gun. Now this is just to make sure that everything has dried out before we start with our transfer me sheets. Now transfer me sheets are from Dress My Craft. I'm sharing the link down in the comment section. You can check that. Yes, we have Anukul paint brushes on our website. You can check that for sure. Okay, so here I am done. Just in case if I have if you don't find any of the products on our website, I am sharing the alternate link of the Amazons and the respective brands. You can check that. Okay, now here what I have is a beautiful design from Transforme. So I am going to remove the plastic film from the top. Okay, and I'm going to place it here on my base where I want this to be, and I'll just press this well. Now once I'm done with the pressing, then I'm going to take up another sponge dauber. I'll just make this a little wet. You just need to dab some water. Dab your water with your sponge or any of the cotton cloth, like clean cloth. It's absolutely fine. Just dab it well. The moment you start dabbing your Transforme sheets with water, you will see that like almost 50-60% of your image is clear. If your 50-60% of your image is clear, that means your Transforme is working out well. Okay, just dab it with some more water. Okay, you need to remove the excessive water. Just in case if you feel that you have put up too much of water, you can just dab it. Okay, and now let me slide this down and you can see how beautifully this has come out. Yes, and I hope this is clear. Now very gently I'm going to dab my dry sponge dauber to make sure that I take out all the excessive water. जितना भी ऊपर में excessive पानी है वो पूरा निकाल दें. Then उसके बाद I am going to have this lace border. This is one of my favorites from Dress My Craft. I absolutely love these laces. Like you can use them in so many versatile ways. I'm just taking out the excessive size. Now let me cut this up so that I can have it here. Okay, now I think I will need this much size, so I will just trim this down. Okay. Now the best part of using your Transforme sheet is that you can just do your coloring work. You can just do your background work and then use your Transforme sheets, and it's absolutely ready. Now I'm going to repeat the same process. Okay, starting from one of the ends. I'm sticking this on my base. Now again I'll dab my wet sponge dauber. See, I'm using 2 sponge daubers here. And you will see that the moment I start dripping my water on the top of it, you can see the design. I hope this is visible. So that's the best part of using your Transforme sheets. I have already mentioned the link in the comment section of these supplies. You can check that. Yes, I need Transforme sheets. Yes, I have already mentioned the Transforme sheet links in the comment section. You can check that and you can see that how beautiful this looks. Girls, I just need to get one more glass of water. Okay, yeah. So now with another dry sponge, I'm just going to dab all the excessive water. Okay, now this looks absolutely gorgeous. Now let's move on to another piece. Now this is one of the lace pieces which is left, so I am thinking of using this on the top here. So again we'll cut this up. So this is something which you can do when you know that you have some of the nice laces around and you just want to continue the designs whatever you have. I'm just marking this and I will cut this down. If you want, you can use the sheets on the sides also, but I prefer using it only on the top part of my layer. I would request my team member Jyoti to share the link of Transfer Me Sheets, please. I think there are a couple of queries. Okay, now I'm going to stick this here. Okay, now this is done. I'll just dab some water. Okay, and I'll just dab it with some water, and I hope you all can see that how super easy it is. And yes, yeah, okay, and once you are comfortable that yes, it has sticked well, you can just slide it out. So you can see that how beautiful this looks. Now I'm just going to very quickly add one coat, and yes. Now I'm sticking my one more coat here. Okay, we are done. I have just dabbed it with water. For the decoupage material, we have already mentioned all the links in the comment section. You can check that. And just in case if you are missing out on any of the supplies, do not worry. I have the direct links of all the supplies. I will mention that the moment I am done with this session. So do not worry about that. I'm just waiting for my Transfer Me sheet to just get a little more settled down. And very easily I can slide it out. And can you see this? Yes. Now I need to just dab this with a clean cloth to remove all the excessive water. Okay. Now once I'm happy with this, then I am going to use my stencil. So yes, we are going to use the same stencil and we are going to repeat these designs. Okay. And we will be using our stencil tool. Just a dab of color on your project. So here the reason why I did not do this earlier, because I did not wanted to overlap my girl with the stencil work. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stencil work on the around my Transfer Me image. So you can see in that way I'm going to have my focused lady without any stencil work on the top of it. Just be a little careful because of course we don't want to ruin our Transfer Me work. Okay, now this is done. This looks great. I'll just brush up a little more from the sides to highlight my frame to give it a nice border. And I'm actually liking this just like this. Like this looks beautiful and gorgeous. So yes, this looks nice. Let me know all your queries in the comment section so that I can know. Yes, just a bit of tinge work. Now I'm going to use my water-based varnish. Now what water-based varnish I'm using, I have already mentioned a link on my Facebook page. You can check that. This is one of the best. Okay, I just forgot. Now from my massive stamp work collection, I am going to do some of the stamping, and I'm just trying to figure out which stamp to use because it has such a nice pattern and this should complement my project. So I think I am going to go for my checkered stamp just to give it a nice highlight on some of the parts. So if you can see, I'm just doing it on the edges. Yeah, and you can see that how beautifully it is actually complementing my vintage and colorful look to my project. I'm going to repeat some of my stamping work on the top too, and this is actually creating a nice background border. Now wherever my stencil work and my decoupage papers are coming together, I'm doing it there also so that it blends my paper on my base also. Yes, and I think I'm quite happy with this one. Now I will just take up this ink pad and I'm going to run it on the sides to create a nice border effect. Make sure that your base has dried out completely. It should not have any watercolors before rubbing off your work. And I just need to do a bit of stencil work. This is my script stamp, which I'm going to just do a bit here and there. Like I said, this is just going to complement. Can you see, like, this area was looking empty? Now because of my stamp work, this looks really gorgeous. This looks beautiful. Yes, so that's the beauty of using your stamps in a creative way. You don't have to overdo the stamps because they are one of the best fillers what you can have whenever you are doing your crafting work. So that's the reason, like, a good quality stamp works always well. A tinge of stamping here and there. And I'm going to overlap my stamping work on my napkin also. See, what earlier it was looking like a plain napkin. Now here what we have, and after my stamping and my stencil work, this looks really great. Now all these stamps are available at growingcraft.com. So yes, you can definitely buy them. You are going to get a discount coupon when you are doing a purchase. So do ensure that you use your discount coupons. Now I'm going to start just adding my varnish to it. Yes, we have more than 600 free tutorials on our YouTube channel. Please do check that. That's in the name of Growing Craft. What you need to do is you need to connect with us on our YouTube. And how to find us on YouTube? You just need to type Growing Craft and you can find us. Okay, now here we are done. Now I need to use my heat gun to quickly dry this up, and you can see that you will not even make out. Let me just switch off the lights. I think this is much more visible and clear. I hope this is looking more clear, friends. Just let me know if my light was better or this video is better without lights, so that I can keep that in mind from next time. Just dabbing off the excessive colors on the sides to cover up my sides of my frame. Okay, I'm so eager to show you the sides also. Let me show you. So what I have done is I have just brushed up my color on the sides. So how I'm doing it, I have just brushed up with the same varnish brush. I'm just dabbing it on the sides. Can you see that? And I hope this is visible. Yes, this looks gorgeous. This looks beautiful. Now from where to buy all these supplies, I have already mentioned that in the comment section. You can check that. And yes, just in case if you guys have any query, please do let me know. A clear glimpse of whatever we have created. So this is a beautiful, this is the actual color what you are seeing. I just realized it now that without light this is looking much more beautiful. Yes, so here in this frame what we have done, we have used decoupage napkin, we have used transfer me sheet, we have done stencil work, we have done background stamping. Two different background stamping work we have done here, and this is how it looks now. And of course off camera I'm going to use a little more sealer, and for the sealing work I'm going to use my water-based varnish. I have mentioned all the links in the comment section. You can check that.